Okay, so how exactly are you going to set your kids up for life? Now, what you're going to have to do is make a big decision. For some families that have enough money, they won't have to make this decision. But for most families, they're going to have to make a decision whether to send your kids to public or private schools. Now, there are many benefits of going to private schools, but there's no guarantee that sending your kid to a private school will guarantee them to have success. I know many people that went to private schools, universities that earn below average income, and there are many billionaires and entrepreneurs that didn't even graduate high school that went on to earn millions of dollars. Okay, so what you're going to do, as soon as your child is born, what you're going to do is set up an investment account for your child from day one, because compound interest, the key for compound interest is time. So if you can start from day one, or better yet, even as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, let the compounding begin. So what you want to do is set up an ETF that diversifies across the whole stock market. A great one is the Vanguard Total US Stock Market ETF. Over the past 10 years, it's done an amazing 16% return. That's because it's since the market crash in 2009. We won't always do that, but we're going to do this example with an average rate of return of 8%. Okay, so what you're going to do is, instead of using that $10,000 for private schooling, you're going to put that in an investment account every year for your child. So from day one, you put in 10,000. What you're going to do, you're going to do that for 10 years. So what will you have after 10 years of putting in $10,000? You will have $166,000. That's right, your kid's only 10 years old and they've already got a net worth of $166,000. There's many people that don't even retire with $166,000. So just from this young age, you're already giving your child a great head start in life. But again, with compound interest, we need time, more time. You're not going to stop there. What you're going to do, you're going to keep putting in $10,000. And then when your child hits 15 years, their net worth will be $303,000. That's right, $303,000. Now compounding is starting to work. The compound interest is starting to be more than what you're putting away. It's really getting powerful now. But again, we can't stop here. So now your child is 15 and now they can most likely, whatever country you're in, get a job. So what you're going to teach your children is hard work at a young age. So after school they'll work, and maybe one day on the weekend they'll work. So let's assume they get $10 an hour and they work 25 hours a week. So now what we're going to do is teach your child how to live below their means by putting away 70 to 80% of their income and investing that. So we're now going to bump it up to $20,000, and we're going to see what your child would have once they reach 20 years old. Okay, so you've been putting $10,000 away yourself, and your child's been matching that, and they've been putting $10,000 away. Now, what are they going to have at 20 years old? And this may shock you. At 20 years old, they're going to have $562,000. That's right, $562,000. They're not even 21 yet, and they've already got more than $500,000 net worth, just through doing the groundwork while your child is young and letting compound interest do the work at an 8% return. But the key is, once that nest egg starts getting big, you need to let compound now do the heavy lifting, because there's been many studies that show the brain doesn't fully develop until after 25 years old. And I know from my experience, between 18 and 25 years old, that's where you really start to mature. You start learning about paying bills, you would start dating, you really start to become a man or a woman. So you're not going to let that child have access to the money yet. You're going to let the compound do the work, and then we're going to revisit it at 25 years. Okay, your child's now 25 years old. They may be married, they may have a child, but probably the way the trend is going, they'll most likely still be living at home with you, single, saving money. Now, this is how you really set your child up for life. Most kids at 25 years old are in, $100,000 student debt. They've probably got a car loan. They're probably in a lot of debt, but not your child. You have taught your child the key to investing, the key to financial freedom. And guess what? Now your child has a net worth of $1 million. That's right, 25 years old and already a net worth of $1 million. Now, you have the option to give your child that money and let them do whatever they want with it. They can have the choice to set up a business. They can work part-time if they want, or they can do a job they enjoy. They no longer have to do a job that pays good money, but they hate it. They now have a lot of options in life simply because you made the choice to put away that money from the day they were born. Or don't worry if your kids are already a bit older. It's never too late to start. It's better to start now than never start. But hopefully, if you taught your child well, they will value investing, they will understand investing, they'll understand how important it is to get ahead in life, and they won't take that money and blow it all, and you're going to make sure that they don't. You're going to keep them accountable. What you could do, and what you should encourage your kids to do, is to leave that money, let it compound, let them keep working, but now they don't have to do a job they hate, they can do a job they enjoy. Leave that money, let it compound, and they can still retire early. Now you'll be amazed at what will happen if they just leave that money till 55 years old. That's right, just let it compound for 30 years. If they just let it sit there, compound for 30 years, put it away, forget that that's even their money because they haven't really seen it. By the time they're 55, they'll have a net worth of $10 million. That's right, $10 million, because now compound is doing all the work. Now they can retire instead of 65, 70. Most people, pensioners can't survive on the pension. They're having to work till 70 years old these days. They can retire at 55 years old or younger if they decide, have a great net worth of $10 million. This is what they need to teach in schools. They're not teaching this in schools. They're teaching you how to be a taxpayer, how to be an employee, how to make someone else rich. You need to teach your kids the secrets, well, they're not even secrets, it's very basic, of investing, the value of money, how to save money, live below your means. And through doing this, you didn't send your kids to private school. You didn't waste money on toys that your kid would take out of a packet and play for 5 minutes and then throw it away. I'm sure parents that don't save or invest with their kids, they spend much more than $10,000 on their kids on stuff the kids don't even need. So put that away for your kids. Your kids will definitely have a great head start in life, and they'll live abundance and freedom because of what you decided to teach them.